Stephanie and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to bring you a book review for Northanger Abbey by Jane Austen. This book follows the story of 17-year-old Catherine Morland. And as Jane Austen herself said, Catherine isn't really meant to be a heroine. She's very average. She looks average. She's considered of average intelligence. Everything about her is just nice and normal and, nothing too exciting. Her father is a clergyman, and the thing about Catherine is she reads way too many novels, particularly Gothic novels. The novel opens up with her neighbors, the Allens, asking her to accompany them to Bath for the season. And Bath is a very common vacation-y type spot for people in this time period. Catherine wants nothing more than to be a heroine in one of these Gothic novels that she loves so much. And once she gets to Bath, she realizes that Bath isn't quite as exciting or thrilling as the Gothic novel settings that she reads. But she goes in with a positive attitude, tries to make the best of it, and she meets quite a cast of characters while there. And two of these characters are Isabella Thorpe and her brother, John Thorpe. And the Thorpes are more exaggerated and outgoing. And she also meets another brother and sister, the Tilneys, who are more down to earth and reserved and more like Catherine and her personality. And the Thorpes end up inviting Catherine to spend time with them at their home, Northanger Abbey. And she's very excited because she thinks Northanger Abbey is going to be similar to the castles with secret passageways and all this exciting, creepy stuff happening. And it turns out that it's very modern for the time and really not what she was expecting. The story proceeds from there. It's definitely very Jane Austen, a lot of miscommunication, comedies of errors, and a variety of character types. This is actually a unique Jane Austen story compared to her other ones because in this one, the narrator actually inserts herself into the story and makes comments on Catherine or on novels. And I found that to be very refreshing and a nice change of pace, so to speak, from the typical Jane Austen setup, if that makes sense. These characters, man. John Thorpe is so hyperbolic and frustrating. So frustrating. So, without going into the plot to avoid spoilers, basically, when he talks, he's always like, oh, I have the best horse, and I got it for the best deal, and I could sell it for way more than I purchased it for because he's the grandest horse with the best carriage, and everything is the best, and he's the best, and whoa. And he's also one of those people, he doesn't take no for an answer. So Catherine tries really hard, especially when she has other plans with the Tilneys, for example. And John Thorpe would not take no to her refusal to go on a carriage ride or something like that. And instead of just accepting her polite refusal because she actually had plans, he goes and basically cancels the plans with the Tilneys for her without telling her about it until afterward. And so then they get their feelings hurt. Catherine's upset. And I just wanted to smack his face because I cannot stand people like that. But we all know someone like that. Very relatable. He's very irritating. But I love the characters in this book. Austen did a really good job of giving us a variety. So you love Catherine. She's our heroine. And I love how much she loves novels and gothic novels. I almost said graphic novels. That would have been weird. Jane Austen heroine, reading saga. They're very... I love their personalities and how much care she takes to fleshing them out. And I love Mr. Tilney and just how genuinely sweet he is and how much he and Catherine develop a camaraderie just on their first meeting. I particularly love Catherine because she's also different from the other Jane Austen characters. You know, when you think like Emma and Elizabeth Bennet, they have friends outside of the family and they've interacted with other people socially and just have basically a life outside of the home, and Catherine doesn't really have that. So when she goes to Bath, it's basically her just jumping in to society, and she's basically learning for the first time what fake friends are, who her true friends are, and really learning to figure out what people are actually saying. And also just how impactful external circumstances that you have no control over can impact how people treat you. And this is her coming of age and learning all these things in the midst of this being this gothic parody satire novel. This book is so funny as well. I don't like Pride and Prejudice. I remember so many funny moments because the mother's so exaggerated and everything is the end of the world and little things like that. And I did not remember how funny this book is. And it really, I found so much delight reading this and laughing out loud, even though John Thorpe irritated the crap out of me. Just his interactions with people and the way that Catherine responded was so funny. And just the way that the characters say things in here are just so quick and witty. And this has definitely moved up on my list as one of my favorite Jane Austen books. It definitely has all the classic Jane Austen themes that we love, but with such hilarious circumstances and a wonderful protagonist that's coming of age, and it's just wonderful. I really, really enjoyed it, but I definitely recommend this. It's very accessible to read. Just this entire book was so much fun to read. It's less than 300 pages, super accessible. So I highly recommend it, and I really, really, really enjoyed my reread of this, and I just love Catherine so much as a character. So have you read this? If so, what did you think? Let me know down below. As always, if you like this video, make sure to give it a thumbs up and click the subscribe button. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.